if we being serious right now, besides BK the Ruler, Molly Santana might be one of the most talked about, and because there's not that many, she's probably one of the best female artists out right now. So let's go ahead and take it back. Molly Santana was born in California. She came from a Japanese mother and a black father. And while growing up, Molly described herself as like very quiet and a little shy. The few things that probably got her into rap is the fact that she described that some people would come up to her and just like think that her voice was weird. It wasn't like they was making fun of her. People really thought she sounded like a dude. And she had an older brother that was 5 years older than her. And he was already bumping music. He was in tune with fashion. So as Molly was growing up, she was already involved in that type of scene. So Molly graduated high school and she was already planning on going to school for fashion. That's one of the few things she wanted to do. But she also was making music on the side. So in 2021, you was seeing a couple tracks from Molly go around. Like she had tracks, but nobody knew who Molly was. One of the few tracks that made people realize, okay, she's rapping. The song was called Why They Talk About. And when this dropped, this was during the time that hyper pop and rage was the thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody underground was using those type of beats. But I believe Molly even deleted some songs before this track. But don't take my word, I might be wrong. But after this drop and she started seeing like a little more engagement, she decided to drop a whole EP. The first one that she dropped was 2 years ago. It's called Molly's World. That one, trash. But the thing is, she was still building off of this. You know what I'm saying? The whole EP was just based off of one sound in my opinion. But after this is when you started to see that she was switching it up. And you can see why she was getting more engagement because she dropped 3 singles that was different. And with the next tape she dropped, you could tell that she was taking it serious. She was making moves for this tape. She even had an interview with somebody. She was previewing snippets. It's already been a year she was rapping. So it was only a matter of time before Neptune had dropped. And the tape made a little bit of noise. And she started getting more attraction. Even right after the tape dropped, Che had made a song with her. And during that time, this was her biggest song. And this was a very good thing, but it was also a curse because not too many people cared about Molly music. The music was decent, but people were more in tune with her looks, you know what I'm saying? But Molly didn't really care. She just kept going with the flow. And eventually 2023 came around and things completely changed for Molly. And everybody asked the question, why was Molly being talked about so much in 2023? In 2021 and 2022, she wasn't talked about that much. She had a little bit of buzz, but was it crazy? But looking from the outside in, we all know the biggest thing was promo. That team, the way how she was moving, they had her on every blog page you could think of. And while the promo was getting crazy for Molly, she couldn't get away from this thing where everybody kept saying that she sounded like BK. So her name was going around everywhere because she was the only female that was really making some noise during that time. So she did the Osama Son method. She took advantage of this whole situation of everybody calling her a BK clone and all this stuff and dropped her own EP called Milan. And when this dropped, you had some people that had some mixed opinions about it because she was getting more engagement than ever. You had some people saying, oh, this is trash. She just a BK clone. And then you had some people actually enjoying the music. There's some people out there that will tell you she might be able to compete with BK the Ruler. And it might sound crazy, but that's what people were saying during that time. And she was taking everything that was said about her, letting it drag on into her music. She was just building her fan base. But in late 2023 and early 2024, you started to see crazy amount of promo. I don't know how many times I've seen her on Bob Ellen page, but it was too much. Because this is one of the ways I found out about her. Because you just seeing her on Twitter and random blog pages for no reason. And like I said, the amount of clone allegations that she was getting during this time was wild. So her engagement was already high. And while this was happening, she just kept dropping these singles over and over. She just kept dropping. And the ones that really took off was Wrecked It, Red Dot, and Amnesia. Because at this point, she had to pack down. And I can say with a straight face, these songs are not bad at all. And the reason why I made this video is what I'm finna talk about right now. Because about a month ago, Molly was featured in a Song Wars with Max, which I was judging in. And this event was so big that it was on TikTok, it was on YouTube, everywhere you seen it. And everybody was talking about Molly because they liked the way how she looked, of course. And her music was decent. So randomly, there was going to be people that was going to try to tune into her. But one thing I couldn't understand after this is that she was being talked about a lot, but she didn't take advantage of this situation. And I can say in 2024, it's been very, very quiet for Molly. Because right now on Twitter and IG, she has the hype for the wrong reason. Nobody's talking about her music no more. Because she had the hype after the Song Wars, but nobody took advantage of that situation besides Jace and Laser. They dropped projects after. She did nothing. And trust me, I've been seeing her featured in all these shows and stuff like that, but Molly doesn't have a catalog. Because I'm not trying to compare them both, but Netspin and Molly are kind of doing the same thing right now. They both been at the same shows with Osama Son, but they both don't have no music. The fans that you do have are begging you to drop music. You were at a show and you were on tour with one of the hottest rappers in the underground right now. Why are you not dropping? Why are you not talking? And when they do go live, they will tell you, oh, I'm gonna drop music, but when? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never understand that thing where somebody's hot at the moment and they don't drop. I don't get that. I would never understand. This is why Laser's taking off right now. And now that I think about it, Molly was being talked about more before Laser. It's crazy. And at this point, it might sound crazy, but I don't think Molly is known for her music no more. Every time I see on Twitter, she's just known for her looks. And it just shows you that one of the few problems that Molly is not respected when it comes to music. When BK came in the game, she was dropping music and she got respected for that. To be honest, you can't even put put BK in the same conversation with these other female artists, because the other female artists in the underground are carried by their looks. Literally, nobody's talking about their music. They look good, so people are going to play them. With BK, it's a whole different situation. BK has a catalog of music, and she's well respected. Molly could probably do the same thing, but maybe it's too early to tell. Molly's one of the only rappers right now that doesn't just show off her body and drop a rage beat song and then that's it. We don't need that. You can go do OF or something. You know what I'm saying, gang? That's one of the few reasons why I feel like Molly has a little bit of potential, because it's only March of 2024, but there's a few problems with Molly. So whenever she gets to the point where she able to be consistent, start collabing with the underground artists that we have now, we can probably put her in the same convo as BK. But right now, that's not the way how it's looking. Because I'm saying this as a BK fan, but are y'all not getting tired of BK being the only female underground artist in the game? Like, are we serious? And that's the reason why I made this video, is because Molly's probably the only person I could think of that can actually get up to that point. Yeah, I get it. We have Anicia, we have Caribou, but like, is that underground? But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments right now. Am I tripping? Could Molly actually be next up? Do we have to give her more time? What's the problem? But it's Dutie. I'm not censoring myself for no bitch. Tell me what anime y'all been watching, but I love y'all so much. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.